Prince Harry's impending financial gain from a trust fund set up by his late great-grandmother offers an interesting perspective on the dynamics between Prince Harry and Prince William. It's certainly noteworthy that Harry, upon turning 40, will receive £9 million from the trust, which significantly surpasses the value of any ceremonial birthday celebration that the Prince of Wales may enjoy. The inheritance is pivotal for Harry, particularly given his ongoing legal battles against various media outlets, and legal expenses, particularly in high-profile cases such as Harry has engaged in, are exorbitant. And I use that term very carefully because that's exactly how Hugh Grant described the tussle with the tabloids and with the legal system. It's not just the tabloids that Harry is engaged in. He's engaged in a struggle with the legal system as well, which is the only bit in that conjoined relationship that actually makes any money. This substantial financial boost could support his efforts to hold media organisations accountable for their intrusion, and this shows a different facet of royal finances where personal legacies and legal endeavours intertwine. While William benefits from the Duchy of Cornwall's tax-exempt status to fund his activities, Harry's financial independence, bolstered by this inheritance, highlights the divergent paths the brothers have taken. Harry's proactive approach to fighting media intrusion, leading from the front and setting out as leading a fight which involves more than just him. He's upholding his principles and protecting his family's privacy, and setting a framework and a path towards the future that others can follow. What he is doing now will benefit all those who, by intention or by chance, fall into the orbit of the tabloid circus. And there are broader social issues, like the royals involving themselves in reality TV, which resonates with cultural issues going on at the moment with the current social climate, where there's a growing disparity between wealth and ordinary people, and there's a desire to gawp through the window. But I think it's Harry's desire to seek justice despite everything being stacked up against him. Because Harry is not alone. There's the whistleblowers in the NHS. There's the Windrush generation. There's the post office. There's Grenfell Towers. This catalogue of problems where the only people who are making money are the lawyers, it needs to change. It needs to change. We are no longer in the world of Dickens. And if people observe that the only people raking it in are the lawyers, then they must surely recognise there's something wrong. And when the legal system, when the police system, when the government system all get together to conspire against an individual, like, for example, Tommy Robinson, it doesn't matter who these individuals are. This is the point. And I challenge the tribal identities of people who make comments here, because it doesn't matter. There's an underlying principle that the law should not be making more out of people's misery. And yes, the law must pay for itself, but the law should not be raking it in from all sides. It's like a particularly malicious second-hand car salesman. or a particularly nasty estate agent. And it's wrong. It's fundamentally wrong. So I celebrate Prince Harry's financial windfall. No, it's not just a personal victory, but a strategic advantage in his ongoing battle with the media. It emphasizes the distinct paths and priorities of the two royal brothers. And as for the engagement in reality TV and the relationship with Netflix and so on, this is an unfortunate sideshow. And it's always got Prince Harry, members of the royal family, members of the elite are always going to be interesting when they get on television. Because of that desire to curtain twitch and to gawp through the window pane, and to recognize the wealth disparity and the public perception of the sort of contrast. But rich people also have souls. Rich people also struggle. They face real struggles, as do ordinary people. We face real struggles too. But, and what you see is not necessarily what you get. I was having a conversation yesterday with somebody who said, what is poverty? What is poverty? Poverty is being unable to do what you're capable of doing. Poverty has quite a broad standard, and, to be trapped in poverty, to be trapped in a position where you cannot do what you are capable of doing, that is horrific. Utterly horrific. Where you have to work so hard simply to stand still. And we must bring people out of poverty. And it's not a relative thing. It's not about them and us. It's not about looking at the people who've got and then looking at the people who haven't got. There is relative poverty, and we must encourage aspiration. There is only one goal, which is excellence. And if we can't reach that goal or aspire to that goal, then we are failing as a society. Everybody must have that option. Everybody must have that goal. And I think Harry is leading the way in a demonstration that puts his brother and his father, frankly, to shame. And it was his father who led the way in the past. The baton has been passed to Harry, oddly, not to William. And it takes a little bit of time for the media to catch up on this, and a little bit of time for social media to catch up on this. But that is the reality. The reality is William is just treading water. Harry is doing the real work.